Hi teammates, let's dive into some mysteries. So what we have is the Mr. Freeze throne, which I think represents the Holocaust Jews. Then you have the Willow throne, tall weeping willow. And I believe that's Jews who built pyramids and probably went through the 40 years in the wilderness. And the Hyksos. And Solomon was a Hyksos, as Sakir Hair, his reincarnation before then. And these are all theories, but take all this to the Lord and see what you think. The granite coconut throne, I believe, are the mutants and the girls that are IT, 9T, and UT. So that basically covers a lot of people. But then you have helicopter volcano throne, which I believe is the guillotine, which would mean French. And if the Arabs are in a guillotine type situation right now in the FEMA camps in America, all the Arabs that Obama brought over. And then 7-2 from Pit, from Revelation 9, the Euphrates and the Pit, which are the Aussies and Church 2. And then spirit water bodies. That's at John the Baptist's throne, and that they get an Elysium type deal, but are spirit and water bodies. And I believe that's all under the helicopter volcano throne. So just something to look at. I'll zoom in on this. So keep faith, teammates. And then you may think something different, and that's okay too. Just take it all to the Lord, and I trust everyone's opinion. So I see Vitra Adenella Ricciardi, which we went over yesterday. It's like an invisible octopus. That's Mr. Cat Eye, okay? And he represents earth element. The Japanese flying squid, Christian, my friend Christian, represents water element. Remember, he got spread all over the water as the Arab ghost. The Alita genie, which is rapture signs and invitations, represents ether. Okay. Brown manta, which is Jehaziel. Brown manta, which is Jehaziel, is Daniel Harris, ring of Tarask, that represents fire. Troglodyte is Tyr Cody, which is air. Okay. So those are the elements right there. So we broke that down, and these ones are different. They have spirits of like movies and all sorts of, animals and stuff, and, actors and whatnot. So, they operate a little bit differently than everyone else. And that's why they're the elements, and their essence is in like everything and everybody. It acts as like water. It makes up everything, and it acts as like it flows like water is what I'm saying. So just keep faith in Lord Jesus. And then the Hayaka Hawaiian myth, take a look at that. Pana-ewa is the white manta who came to earth as a spirit dragon reptile to restore balance. He did it in the Hawaiian tradition back then, and again through 3 avatars his spirit would take over in our time, like the Revelation 17 symbolism, our time right now. The Kinnari Mimus, I'll zoom in on that so you can take a look. The Kinnari Mimus, one of Jesus's early flock when he was Gondal, was a spirit in the Garden of Eden that was different from the other Kinnari because it was a dinosaur. It was one of Jesus's flock, his first flock. As a spirit, she was beautiful and accepted white manta's love and agreed to have one single child. The child had no face when it was born, like the Question DC Comics, and when he would eat the fruit of the garden, he would develop a mask on his face that had characteristics of the fruit. And same thing with eating meat, and same thing with when he smoked, any herb that he smoked. He was first sent to earth, the child, as an Egypt Hebrew slave who mastered magnetic and herb doctoring to move stones and get through labor. He died before Moses was born. Then he was sent to the Pinhead Pit to help Grox with mutant gifts. Because he had mastered all that in Egypt, he was sent to actually help Grox. He learned how to escape the pitfalls. He spent like a lifetime in the pit with Grox in the Pinhead type pit. So, and there's different theories to what that is exactly. It could be different from the Revelation 9. It could be the same. So it's up to interpretation. But, then he was sent as Uzziah the king and died and went to the Pinhead Pit for 4 days. Then was Saturnin Fabri, and you can look him up as you will, but take all this to the Lord. And what it shows with Saturnin Fabri was he's an actor, and he basically got through all of his films without showing a lying characteristic of the end times. And if he did, he only did it in about 2 films where it was like a little bit off for the prophecy. But so he has symbolism of like the stone that was rejected and goes to the corner. He's kind of like that a little bit because he has a perfect record basically. So, and that's Saturnin Fabri, and you can look him up. But thank you, teammates. I hope you could see all this. I know my vision's a little bit blurry, but thank you.